Welcome to the official podcast series by POTENZA, where innovation meets insight. In this series, we dive deep into the world of SAP, explore the power of robotic process automation, and unlock the true potential of data analytics. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, a business leader, or just curious about the digital transformation shaping our world, you're in the right place. Tune in, stay curious, and let's explore the future of enterprise technology together. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube for more powerful insights. Now, let's get into today's episode.
Okay, let's picture this scenario. You're running a huge company, maybe a global retailer, right? Let's call them Megamart.
Sure, Megamart.
They've got product data coming in from thousands of suppliers, customer data from, countless channels online, stores, apps, employee records spread across dozens of countries.
It's a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
A real data explosion.
Exactly. Now, try getting just one single accurate view of, say, that specific red sofa they sell, or Jane Doe, the customer, when all that data is scattered everywhere. It's inconsistent, maybe full of errors across all these different systems. And that's not just annoying, right? It's this huge blind spot.
It really is. It can cripple everything from, your supply chain efficiency right through to trying to do any kind of personalized marketing. It costs real money.
And right at the core of all this chaos, the struggle, that's often where master data lives, or where it should live. That really crucial foundational data that, everything else relies on.
Absolutely. And look, for decades, we've had master data management, MDM, trying to be that strategic backbone. Its whole purpose was bringing order to that chaos, making sure data was consistent, accurate.
The traditional approach.
Traditional approach, yeah. But here's the thing. The critical insight today, while that traditional MDM has been invaluable, it often relies on these quite rigid rule-based systems. Lots of manual checking, manual intervention.
Right.
And that just struggles. It struggles to keep pace with today's world. The sheer volume of data, how fast it's coming in, all the different types, the velocity and variety, as we say.
So it can't keep up.
It often can't.
Yeah.
And what you end up with are these persistent data silos that everyone complains about, quality inconsistencies that just feel impossible to nail down. And these manual processing bottlenecks that just slow everything down. Operations grind to a halt sometimes.
Okay, so if the old way, the traditional MDM, is hitting a wall with this, explosive data landscape, what's the big change? What's the fundamental shift we need?
Well, this is exactly where artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning come into play.
Right.
And it's not just like a minor upgrade. We really see it as a genuine paradigm shift. It's about moving away from just reacting, cleaning up messes after they happen, to being proactive, to having intelligent data governance.
So that's our mission for this deep dive then. We want to give you, our listeners, a kind of shortcut, a way to really understand how AI and ML are, frankly, revolutionizing how organizations manage, govern, and actually use their most critical data. We'll get into some surprising facts, some really practical implications you can think about.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit more. If traditional MDM falls short, how exactly does AI step in? I mean, what is AI in MDM at its core? Is it just doing the same thing, only faster, or is it fundamentally different in how it approaches the problem?
That's a great question. It's fundamentally different. Artificial intelligence in MDM, it's really about integrating these cognitive computing capabilities. Systems that can understand, reason, and crucially learn from data patterns. Yes, learn without needing explicit programming for every single tiny scenario. So unlike those traditional systems that just follow predefined static rules like a checklist.
Right, if this, then that.
Exactly. AI-powered MDM systems can actually adapt. They learn, they evolve their strategies for managing data based on historical patterns, based on what's happening with the data in real time. Think of it less like a fixed instruction manual and more like a continuously learning brain for your data.
A learning brain for data. I like that.
And it's not just one single magic technology doing everything. We're talking about a whole suite of key AI technologies working together. Things like natural language processing, NLP, that helps understand unstructured stuff like customer reviews or product descriptions.
Okay.
Then you've got machine learning itself, which is brilliant at identifying patterns and making predictions. Computer vision, which can process visual data images, maybe videos, and neural networks, which are especially good at mapping really complex relationships within the data.
Wow, so it's a combination.
It's a powerful combination, yeah. They all work together to manage that master data intelligently, dynamically.
So for you, the listener, what does this actually mean? day-to-day? What are the tangible benefits?
Well, they're pretty significant. First off, you're looking at a dramatic reduction in just sheer manual effort thanks to automation.
Rice grunt work.
A lot less.
Yeah.
Then, vastly improved data accuracy because the validation is intelligent. It's not just simple rule checks. Faster time to insight because the processing is automated. You get insights quicker.
Makes sense.
Enhanced scalability, too. These systems can handle growing data volumes much more easily. And crucially, this is the big one, I think, new predictive capabilities.
Ah, the proactive part.
Exactly. Capabilities that can actually spot and prevent data issues before they mess up your business processes.
Yeah.
It's a fundamental change, really, in how data operations can function.
That predictive power, yeah, that sounds genuinely transformative. So, okay, how does the AI actually learn to do all this? What are the underlying machine learning algorithms, the types of learning involved?
All right, let's get into the how. Machine learning applications in MDM, they cover the whole life cycle. Everything from when data first comes in, the ingestion part, all the way through to monitoring the quality on an ongoing basis.
The whole journey.
The whole data journey. And we can broadly categorize the learning into 4 main types. Each one has really distinct, powerful applications within MDM.
Okay.
First up, we have supervised learning. This is probably the one people are most familiar with. It involves training algorithms on data sets that have already been labeled.
So you give it examples with the right answers.
Precisely. You show it what good looks like.
Uh-huh.
So for MDM, this is how a system learns to instantly classify, say, new product data coming in from a supplier. It uses thousands of past examples that were correctly tagged to figure out the new ones without someone having to manually tag everything.
Got it.
It's also how you get accurate data quality scoring. You train it on examples of known good data and known bad data. Or how it gets good at detecting duplicate customer records if you have historical examples of what really constitutes a match.
Okay, supervised learning, what's next?
Next is unsupervised learning. Now, this is fascinating because it's about discovering hidden patterns in data without any predefined labels.
So it finds things on its own.
Exactly. Things are like a discovery engine. In MDM, this is incredibly valuable. It can cluster similar records together that might be duplicates, even if they don't look identical. It can spot anomalies, outliers, things that don't fit the norm.
Like fraud detection.
Potentially, yes. It could spot a new type of fraudulent transaction pattern that maybe hasn't been seen or labeled before. It can also discover sort of natural groupings in your data, helping you organize it better and detect unusual patterns that might signal subtle data quality issues.
Interesting. Okay, 2 down.
Third is reinforcement learning. This is where algorithms learn through continuous interaction with an environment. They take actions and they get feedback on those actions, rewards or penalties, essentially.
Learning by doing and seeing what works.
Yes, exactly. Learning by trial and error, but intelligently. In MDM, this is great for dynamically optimizing things like data matching algorithms. So let's say the AI suggests 2 records are a match, but a human analyst reviews it and says, no, they're not.
Ah, feedback.
Right. The system learns from that correction, that feedback loop, and continually refines its matching logic. It can also learn the best strategies for cleaning data over time, or adapt automatically if the patterns in your incoming data suddenly change, or you add a new data source.
Very adaptive. And the last one?
The last main type is semi-supervised learning. This one's quite clever because it combines a small amount of labeled data with large amounts of unlabeled data for training.
Why would you do that?
Well, getting large amounts of perfectly labeled data can be really hard or expensive or time-consuming, so semi-supervised learning is super useful in those situations. For MDM, you might use it to extend a limited set of training data to get better coverage across your whole data set.
So you get more bang for your buck from the labeled data you do have.
Precisely. It significantly improves the model's performance by leveraging all that raw, unlabeled data to get a more complete, more accurate picture without needing exhaustive manual labeling.
Okay, so it really does feel like you're teaching the system not just to follow this rigid list of instructions, but to genuinely learn, to adapt dynamically, whether you're feeding it examples or letting it discover patterns itself or letting it improve through, trial and error with feedback. That's a powerful idea for something as fundamental as master data.
It really is. And building right on that, machine learning also plays this huge role in what we call data enrichment.
Enrichment.
Yeah, so it can predict missing values. If a customer record is missing a zip code but has an address, it might predict the zip code based on patterns in other complete records. in standardized formats automatically, dates, phone numbers, addresses, and it can even augment records by adding other relevant attributes it infers from elsewhere.
Making the data more complete, more useful.
Exactly. And alongside that, you have this constant pattern recognition and anomaly detection running. It's proactively looking for data quality issues, potential fraud, maybe even underlying system problems, often spotting them long before they cause a major issue for the business. That saves a lot of time, a lot of resources down the line.
Right, preventing fires instead of just fighting them.
That's a great way to put it.
So let's get really practical. How is AI changing specific core MDM jobs, like data cleansing, for instance?
Okay, yeah, AI-powered data cleansing. This is a big one. It fundamentally changes quality management from being reactive fixing errors after they're found to being proactive.
How so?
Well, the machine learning algorithms analyze historical data. They learn the patterns of consistency, standardization, validation specific to your data. So this means like intelligent format standardization that learns from how your data should look. Contextual error detection, it understands the business logic, so it knows a value might be technically valid, but wrong in context.
Oh.
And it provides automated correction suggestions based on those learned patterns. And the key is, it's a continuous self-improving process. It learns from every piece of data it sees, every correction a user makes.
So it gets smarter over time.
Exactly. And that ties into AI for MDM quality control. It goes way beyond just simple rule checks. These AI systems can establish quality baselines, track trends continuously, and here's the proactive part again, actually predict potential quality issues before they even happen.
How does it predict them?
By analyzing trends and subtle pattern shifts that often precede a drop in quality. Then it can automatically adjust the quality rules based on these changing patterns, ensuring quality stays high even as data volumes or complexity increase. You typically see this through things like real-time monitoring dashboards, automated quality scoring systems, and these predictive quality analytics that flag potential problems early.
Okay, cleansing and quality control. What about matching records? Finding duplicates, that seems like a huge challenge.
Oh, it is. And AI-driven data matching is where AI really revolutionizes what we call entity resolution.
Entity resolution.
Yeah, that's the complex task of figuring out if different records, maybe in different systems with slightly different spellings or details, actually refer to the same real-world thing, the same customer, the same product, the same location.
Like our Jane Doe example earlier, J. Smith versus Jonathan Smith.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Traditional rules often rely on exact matches, which miss a lot. AI goes far beyond that. It uses sophisticated algorithms that understand context, relationships, probability.
Probability.
Yes, using techniques like probabilistic matching. Instead of a simple yes-no match, it assigns a confidence score. It might say, I'm 98% sure these two customer records for J. Smith, 123 Main Sand, and Jonathan Smith, Anytown branch, are the same person, even with those variations.
That sounds much more useful.
It is. And it uses contextual matching, too. Does related data, like their purchase history or the company they work for, support the match? These algorithms are adaptive. They learn from the corrections made by human reviewers. And importantly, they enable real-time matching so duplicates can be caught immediately as data comes in. This is critical for getting that single, accurate view.
And this applies to standardizing data formats, too.
Yes, absolutely. Data standardization is another area where ML shines. The algorithms learn from your existing standardized data to automatically apply consistent formatting to new data and even suggest improvements or flag inconsistencies.
So bringing all this together, what does this mean for making things run smoothly, for getting data where it needs to go quickly and reliably in a big organization like our megamart?
Well, it really unlocks a whole new level of integration and automation capabilities. Take AI for master data integration. Traditionally, consolidating data from all those different disparate sources is a massive headache.
Nightmare, probably.
Often, yes. Machine learning algorithms, though, are really good at understanding the complex data relationships across different systems. They can automatically map data elements between different schemas, different database structures.
So less manual mapping.
Much less. It includes things like automated schema mapping, data transformation logic that actually learns from existing patterns, and real-time synchronization to keep everything consistent across all connected systems. It makes integrations much less rigid, less brittle, and that flows directly into automating MDM with AI. It drastically cuts down the need for manual intervention across the entire data lifecycle, from the moment data comes in ingestion validation right through to ongoing maintenance and quality checks. AI can automatically classify incoming data, route it intelligently to the right processing workflows, handle exceptions smartly.
Handling exceptions, that's usually a big manual task.
It is. And this also extends to AI in workflow automation for MDM. It can optimize the sequence of tasks in a workflow, predict how long things will take, allocate resources efficiently, and adjust processes based on real-time feedback. Think about intelligent task prioritization based on business impact, making sure operations are always running at peak efficiency.
Wow.
And finally, there's real-time master data management with AI. This enables immediate processing and reaction to data changes. We're talking instant data validation and correction, immediate propagation of any changes across all relevant systems, and real-time quality monitoring and alerting. Your data is always current, always correct, everywhere.
Okay, that covers efficiency, accuracy, automation. But you mentioned strategy earlier. How does AI elevate master data beyond just being clean and efficiently moved around? How does it become a real strategic asset for decision makers?
Right. This is where we move beyond just managing data to truly leveraging it for a competitive edge. Predictive analytics in MDM is key here. It shifts data management from being reactive, looking backward, to being forward-looking. Machine learning models analyze historical data patterns, system performance, even business trends, to actually predict things. Future data quality issues, likely system capacity requirements, even forecasting the potential business impact of different data scenarios.
So you can plan ahead better.
Exactly. Which leads to truly proactive data quality management. The focus shifts entirely to preventing problems before they start. Models can identify data sources or types of data that are likely to develop quality issues down the road.
Ah, like an early warning system.
Precisely. And then recommend preventive actions before it becomes a real headache.
And this feeds into actual business decisions.
Directly. These AI-driven insights are invaluable for business decision-making. Advanced analytics, running on this high-quality integrated master data, can reveal hidden relationships that no human analyst could easily spot. They can identify subtle opportunities for business improvement, predict complex customer behavior patterns with much higher accuracy.
Like predicting churn.
Exactly. Predicting customer churn for specific segments based on their master data profile and interactions. Or identifying hidden operational efficiencies by analyzing supply chain master data. It provides genuinely actionable intelligence for strategic planning.
So looking ahead then, what's next? What's on the horizon for AI and MDM? What exciting developments should we be watching out for?
Oh, the future of AI and master data management looks incredibly exciting. We're seeing more emerging AI technologies making an impact. Natural language processing, as I mentioned, will get even better at understanding unstructured data. Think about extracting key attributes from contracts or reports automatically.
Okay.
Computer vision is interesting too.
Yeah.
People think facial recognition, but in MDM, it could be used to visually verify product images against their specifications in the master data, or detect visual anomalies in scanned documents that might indicate poor data quality.
That's clever.
And then there are things like graph neural networks. These are revolutionaries for mapping really complex, multi-layered relationships within your master data. Think intricate supply chains, or complex customer household structures, or organizational hierarchies. They can uncover connections that traditional databases just can't easily visualize or analyze, especially at scale.
Wow. Okay. Any other big trends?
Definitely the convergence of AI, the Internet of Things, IoT, and master data. You have potentially millions of sensors generating data streams.
Right. Data everywhere.
Exactly. AI is becoming essential to automatically classify that IoT data, assess its quality, and integrate it meaningfully with your traditional master data sources. Think sensor readings from equipment linked to the master record for that piece of equipment.
Can you give some tangible examples? Where is this really making a difference already or will soon?
Sure. Take healthcare. AI in MDM is already doing amazing things with intelligent patient data integration. Consolidating patient records accurately from multiple hospitals or clinics, ensuring accuracy is paramount, predicting patient care needs, maintaining compliance. It's huge.
Life-saving potential there.
Absolutely. And the future there includes even more predictive analytics for patient outcomes based on integrated data, and intelligently integrating data from medical devices in real time for better insights.
Okay. Healthcare. What about something different?
How about mobile app development? We're seeing next-generation mobile-first MDM solutions popping up. They use AI for things like real-time data synchronization between the app and back-end systems, intelligent caching on the device, prioritizing important data so it's available offline, and even creating personalized data experiences within the app based on user behavior patterns learned by AI.
So the app feels smarter, more relevant.
Exactly. And looking ahead, maybe natural language interfaces for querying data right from the app. Just ask your app for information. Or predictive data loading, where the app anticipates what data you'll likely need next and preloads it for speed.
That's a fascinating capability. But it makes me wonder, for organizations listening, maybe even individuals thinking about how this applies to them, how do you even start this journey? This sounds powerful, but maybe complex to implement. What are the hurdles?
That's a really important question. Implementation is key, and it needs a proper strategy. It's not just flipping a switch. It really starts with a thorough assessment, like an assessment checklist for AI readiness. You need to honestly evaluate your current data maturity. Is your data even ready for AI? What about your tech infrastructure, your organizational capability and skills?
So know where you stand first.
Absolutely. Then you need a clear, step-by-step implementation roadmap. You don't boil the ocean. Often, the best approach is to start with an initial pilot project on a specific high-value use case. Prove the value, learn lessons, and then gradually expand.
Start small, scale up.
Right. And you absolutely need clear ways to measure success, ROI measurement, and success metrics. Things like quantifiable improvements in data quality, measurable efficiency gains, maybe cost reductions. You need to demonstrate the value to get buy-in and keep momentum.
Makes sense. Any common mistakes people make?
Oh, definitely. Common pitfalls include underestimating the complexity and effort needed for data preparation. AI is only as good as the data it learns from. Another big one is inadequate change management. This isn't just a technology project. It impacts processes, roles, how people work. You need to manage that organizational shift carefully.
So it's a journey, not just a destination.
It truly is.
Okay, so listening to all this, it feels clear that the transformation of master data management through AI and machine learning, it's really more than just a tech upgrade, isn't it? It feels like a fundamental shift towards, well, intelligent, adaptive data governance that could really change how businesses operate at their very core.
I think that's exactly right. The key takeaways I hope for you listening are, first, the critical importance of shifting your thinking from reactive data cleanup to proactive data governance. Second, the really significant benefits, often very quantifiable, that come from automation, reducing that operational overhead, drastically improving accuracy.
Right.
Third, the immense value you get from predictive analytics, preventing those issues before they impact the business. And finally, the very real competitive advantages that come from having superior data quality and the actionable insights that AI can unlock from it.
Okay, so let's leave our listeners with a final thought. Consider how often, maybe in your own work or life, you've had to make a decision based on information that felt incomplete or inconsistent. Or maybe you've just been frustrated by data in different places that just doesn't quite line up.
We've all been there.
We have. Now imagine the power of having a truly intelligent, adaptive system working behind the scenes. One that ensures you always have the most current, the most accurate, and even a predictive understanding of your most critical data assets. What new possibilities does that unlock for you in whatever field or business you're in? Something to think about.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the POTENZA podcast series, where we decode SAP, automate with RPA, and analyze with precision. We hope you found today's conversation insightful and inspiring. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the technologies transforming tomorrow's enterprise. Got questions or ideas for a future episode? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time. Thank you.